that's fun. People want that.
It is
that tactile.
Yeah.
Shit.
And it's much more mechanical, and you can buy, a zillion of the other parts in bulk and actually make it happen. But you need somebody who's good at electronics prototyping. People do like that about vinyl players, though.
What, having to like touch things?
Pick up the arm. Put it down.
My nephews, dude.
Yeah, so that's the cafe style.
That's why they be scratching all my records.
Do they?
Yeah. Like, can I change it? Can I change it?
No.
Can I pick the next one? Can I pick the next one? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. And then it's always a Christmas album. I'm like, nice choice.
And they're also both Armin and Greg.
Yeah.
Their names.
Boop, boop. That's the sound of the police. Boop, boop.
That's the sound of the pigs. Oh, yeah. So do you hear me like kind of cracking?
No.
Yeah. No?
Are you got crackly?
I was listening to the recording last time, and I felt like I was, clipping or something. Let me see.
No, how you hear
I
it?
think that's better. I think that's...
Maybe, was it this? Was it something like this? Is that what you heard?
Greg, are you okay?
I had Thai food last night.
That's crazy, because I actually went for a burger. I had a really good burger, but it's cheesy, and dairy sometimes disagrees with me.
What's your burger of choice?
Well, we were trying a new spot somewhere on kind of 13th Street or so.
Oh, hell yeah.
There was horseradish on the burger, so if you'll excuse me.
One time I shat my pants when I was very young on the playground.
Oh, wow. And, terrible place to do it.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm fine. And I looked down at my socks. My socks were covered with shit. So it went down my legs into my socks. I was like, I need to go home.
Just immediately hits you. Yeah.
I need to go home now. Now.
I think my funniest pants shitting was I was in the car with my dad on the way to Home Depot, and I felt a fart brewing.
Oh God. And he already doesn't respect you. He's like, I'm going to teach you about power tools, brushless motors.
Yeah, I'm going to take my 90-pound son.
I'm going to take my artsy-fartsy son
to Home Depot. And, I'm sitting in the shotgun seat. And I turn to him and I go, Dad, check this out.
He was like, nice, son.
He was like, great. Rolled his eyes. I was like, oh. Dad? It was
like, you're going to love the restroom at Home Depot.
This moment was what I imagined, like, coming out to a parent.
Yeah. He's just super disappointed in you.
Because I had to be like, Dad, I think I crapped my pants.
There's boo-boos in my diaper.
And he, of course, was like, what? And I was like, Dad, I shit myself.
See, I would never disclose that. I would just keep it to myself and then be like, where's the bathroom? Cool. And then just like fucking turtle walk to the bathroom, throw out the undies.
Yeah.
Do a good wipe.
But it was just too much time in between, the rest of the drive to Home
you
Depot.
just got on the highway.
Yeah, pretty much. We had just hit US 1.
Oh, God.
And so the hardest part about telling your dad that you shit your pants. Yeah, the hardest part about telling your dad you're gay is that you shit your pants while rollerblading.
I actually would rather tell him I'm gay than I shat my pants. He's like, God, you need to get it together, son.
He really was. He was just like...
He's like, and you don't know where your passport is? You're a total fucking mess.
Really, Em? Really? And yes...
Daddy.
Papa.
Daddy. Papa.
Papa, I done something wrong.
Charmed, I'm sure. How many units of those can we buy?
Oh, you can buy them wholesale.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just actually
10,000 units?
asked them about what a wholesale thing would cost.
That's great.
Yeah. What? It's 2 were like $18, which
It's high.
it's high for a plastic good. But asked him about doing like hundreds. It got down to like $5-6. I'm sure you get less for more.
Okay, let's split it. Let's split a bulk order
of 1,000.
We should just start that website. Just rebrand them.
Just steal their business.
No, we'll just like put some fun skins on it. And
I actually asked about that. I asked about printing them and what have you, and he was like, the amount of time on labor and extra sort of manufacturing that it takes to put anything on. He was like, here's what people do: you get a ribbon and you tie it around it.
Great idea.
Thank you.
Jesus.
I know. But I mean, it's so satisfying. I mean, I was leaving a bakery the other day. We just gotten some chocolate chip cookies. It's like, thank you so much. Have a great day. Didn't turn to look. You just keep walking.
I thought it was real. You hit me a couple times this morning. I thought for sure. I was like, nice.
You want to make it sound even more real? Lick the fatty part of your hand. Just lick the fatty part of your hand. Get a little moist.
I can't. I refuse.
All right.
I don't want to suck on your pen.
You gotta go for like more of like the webbing in between your thumb and forefinger. Yeah. There we go. And you sort of never want to stop. It's like what they should have done with fidget spin. Imagine a fidget spinner, but it shits and farts.
Made in America?
Yep.
No way.
I think so.
Detroit.
It's the thing. It's the only thing keeping Detroit alive. Is these fart bags.
We pivoted.
Shout out to the fart bags company.
Fart bags.
Fart bags.
Nice. Do they have other
This is all they,
things?
this is all they do.
That's a man's dream right there.
I know.
Just make a product. Simple,
honest.
hours, endless entertainment.
I have not wanted to do anything other than walk around.
I stopped working
with this.
I stopped working.
And like they come in packs of 2, so you can sort of play them like castanets. Like a little jazz,
like a cock flute. I'm just imagining an orchestra of butts and a conductor conducting the butts.
The real pointy nose. Like.
Yeah. Conductor has just a grand fucking schnoz.
Yeah, so we're talking about doing a real serious idea today. Because, our investors know that we can do high comedy, we can do broad comedy, we can do sex comedy, we can do, high concept comedy. But can we make the audience feel?
Probably not.
Can we make them cry? We can make them laugh. Can we make them lose 15 pounds?
This is the only time I cry, once a year.
Really?
Christmas time.
Really?
Yeah. Star Wars.
Oh,
A New
really?
Hope. Makes me cry every year.
What point is it? And also, like, tell me about this. Is it, what the moment that you put it on and you hear the music?
It's the music. It's the music. I can't. It's John Williams. I don't know. It's just too much.
That opening.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
It's the entire thing. I watch it every year. Christmas time. I don't know why Star Wars is Christmas.
Yeah.
But it's very Christmas.
You ever see the Star Wars Christmas special?
No.
That they tried to
know about it.
Make people not watch for a while.
Yeah.
It's not that bad. It's a variety show. It's set in the
Have you seen the
Star Wars universe?
The re-edit of the first 3? Not the first 3, but the prequels.
The ones where they edit Jar Jar Binks back into the movie.
I don't know. Someone, I think like Tobey Maguire. Toby?
Toby?
from that 70s show?
Titus? No. I was
Toby.
just using his name. It's not Toby. Toby Maguire and Chasten Buttigieg.
No, the guy. The
Topher.
Topher Grace.
Topher Grace, yeah.
I think he recut the whole thing. And it's like a famous edit that's like way better. He fixed it.
Was he the guy that took out Jar Jar Binks?
I don't know.
Because there was a guy that I guess he got into trouble with Lucasfilms because he was like, oh, you know what this movie would make this movie better is if we took out that fucking annoying
I like Jar Jar.
racist character.
Jar Jar's great. He's Sith Lord.
I like Jar Jar also, and I was thinking about doing a version where you don't just add Jar Jar Binks back in, you add like 3 or 4 more Jar Jar Binkses to every scene using Gungans, yeah.
Gungans.
Using AI, you do like exclusively the Jar Jar edit, so even the human characters talk in the Gungan patois.
The best was the video of the screening, I think, of the Phantom Menace, or I don't know, whichever one, with all the internal folks and George. And then he like stands up afterwards and he looks back at the room, the theater, and he's like, so what did we think? And everyone just got their fucking hand over their face. And like no one would tell him that it was just like complete garbage.
Damn.
He's like, well, we were on a time thing, okay? We didn't have the time, the budget. It was great.
Well, that was apparently the whole thing was that like it was a buzzer beater to deal with the toys. So the toy licensing deal was ending, and the only way to keep the deal going was to make new Star Wars movies.
That checks out.
And it's there's many such cases, like the new the Crow remake, right? The rights were expiring, and they just wanted to keep that under their belt, so they were just like,
Crow?
Make the worst movie
Again.
I love the original Crow.
Yeah, is that Sting?
No,
No. He just looks exactly like him.
it's Brandon Lee.
Oh, yeah.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. What else was he in?
I
Nothing?
think he might have been like one other appearance. Yeah, no, it was just like that was it, and then he shit his pants.
And he shit his pants. Dad, I'm gay. People buy the Crow toys. I've never seen a Crow toy.
Oh, so the Crow, it wasn't the toy, it was the rights to the comic book adaptation. So they were just like, well, it's running out. Somebody whip up a movie.
Yeah.
I like the idea of like movies that are made out of desperation. Like some of my favorite records are made out of like just fulfilling a contract obligation. There's those like 5 Neil Young records that he was like required by the label to produce.
Yeah.
So he was just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm just going to release whatever.
Because his initial contract was like, all right, you're on $10 million, but you have to make 5 records until you die.
Yeah. And he was like, old man, take a look at my contract. It's fucking
He's like, all right, we're going to do 3 Christmas albums.
bad. Yeah, same with, I think Lou Reed had that situation too. And he came out with Metal Machine Music, which I think is a pretty cool album. It sucks, but
Hell yeah. I don't know it.
it like is it's like if you made Lou Reed more annoying. Like all of his worst tendencies to just be like abrasive and kind of a prick turned up to 11. Which
Hell
is
yeah.
cool, you know what I mean? It's like a strong dose of one man's vision. What was that?
That's the little Bluetooth deal. And I think it's just like, there's like a little beep going on.
Oh,
Now it's gone.
thank God.
Now it's clean. It's driving me crazy, making me shit my pants. There's a frequency they say will make you shit your pants.
The brown noise?
Yeah, I've tried it.
Does it work?
No.
I definitely have been in like a bass
Mangoes
boosted,
work better.
bass boosted vehicle that you do feel a gut rumble.
Yeah, your dad was just like blasting Young Jeezy.
That
With his like Alpine.
Dad, you did this to me.
Turn it down.
Turn it down,
Turn
Papa.
it down, Daddy. It's like you're gonna learn today, young Jeezy. Oh, Daddy.
Make it stop, Papa.
I'm shitting my pants and orgasming at the same time.
It is though, that feeling. It's like you do kind of feel it in your loins.
Sure, yeah.
Which is one of the sad things about not having a car in New York City, is you can't be turbo vibrating your loins with your bass boosted Explorer.
It depends. If you take a lift, sometimes Lyft has it.
And you got to pay extra.
Yeah, it's actually less.
That reminds me of an old do's and don'ts from Vice, where it's just this like, is a don't, I think, and it was just this biker chick who just looked so awesome, you know, like short, bleach, blonde, you know, chopped hair, all like leggings, gear, and like totally heinous psychedelic colors. And the caption was just like, yeah, like women who ride motorcycles are just so used to like the turbo stimulation from the vibrations of the thing that they're just the same as, you know, a dude leaving the gym, just a walking, throbbing erection of a human, which is what makes him so confident. Oh shit, we made it.
Just in time.
Rickles.
Just in time. Don Rickles, ladies and gentlemen.
What's in these boxes?
Dive in, dude. Those packing peanuts.
It's just peanuts.
Yeah, if you run out of Zins, you can pop one of those in your gums.
Yeah, you can eat them.
Can you?
Yeah.
Good morning. They're not made of plastic?
Nope. They're made out of corn.
No way.
Yeah, depending on the packing peanuts, but yeah, the original ones are. I remember being
Popcorn.
at like Epcot or fucking.
You're talking 100% corn?
Yep, Cape Canaveral. They're like puffed corn, whatever.
I don't believe it.
Kind of
Ricky,
satisfying.
you smell like tequila. No, Tito's soda.
No, I don't. I don't know what you're talking about.
Put your cans on.
I did. Put my cans on the air.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone's got a little sound effect.
How you
machine
feeling,
today.
man?
I feel good.
Good.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Where were you?
I was in Ridgewood.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's beautiful, Ridgewood. You got headphones?
Right there.
Oh my gosh, I didn't even see that. Hold on, folks. What are you guys talking about?
Just as context, when
Shitting your pants.
When Rick sends a picture of himself in the fedora, you
That
know it's gonna be a wild night.
It's gonna be a
It's
wild
like, guys, see you there at 10 a.m.
And it wasn't just a fedora; it was a fedora and a turtleneck.
night. Yeah.
Oh, that's Rick. He's a writer. Right. Is he?
He's a good writer.
Yep, I'm one of the best. One of the best, in
Best
fact.
in the business.
Yep. Other writers are scared.
My
in
girlfriend
fact.
was asking me, she's like, what do those boys do? I was like, they're writers,
Yeah.
but they don't do that for a living.
Yeah, so her next question was, so what do they do?
And I was like, I don't know. I think they're just trust fund kids.
Yeah.
That's not true.
I draw the line.
I draw the line.
No.
Don't you dare.
I do a lot, in fact, to make money. Everybody, every listener at home knows that.
Well, yeah, you have to do a lot. You got to wear a lot of hats. This is America.
You got to wear a lot of hats. This is
Yeah.
America.
Some of those hats are fedoras.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I just got a settlement.
Yeah.
A big settlement.
Oh yeah, from when that bus ran over your foot.
Yep, from the city. So it's you know, this podcast is really on the taxpayers' dime.
Yeah, your big daddy.
I actually was talking about this. A friend of mine got a whole TV show made, which is so cool, by like a guy who was like, I love your work. I got hit by a car and got a lot of money. Can I pay for the next season of your show?
What was the TV show?
Not at liberty to discuss.
It was Lena Dunham. It was
It
Lena
was-
Dunham's new
it
show.
A
It
show
was
called Friends.
Girls too.
Girls 2, starring Meg Stelter, which is about to come
What
out.
about Girls to Men?
Girls to Men? They should make that show.
It's Lena Dunham's girl band.
There's just like a montage of all of them like dyeing their hair purple.
It's just
At the salon.
harmonizing.
Did you guys come up with a movie idea yet, or you haven't
We're
got
getting
there?
there.
Yet?
We're getting there. We're getting the wheels.
You're cooking.
Well, we decided that
Who was that?
since I
Who farted?
we brought some props in today.
Yeah.
This is how you grow. This is how you grow an audience.
Wait, where was that? What,
It's a fart bag.
oh, it's a bag.
It's
Can I
called
try
a
it?
fart bag. Yeah. Try to go for like this part of like the fatty part of your hand.
Okay. Yeah. Yes. Cool. Yeah. Okay. I'll.
You know,
Yeah, I
play
can hold
around
on
with
to
it. It's,
you guys, where'd you guys
we go
get
for
this at?
like right here. This is like the sweet spot. Is
Well, you want it to be a little open, right?
that's what I'm saying. It's yeah.
You gotta add lube.
If you yeah. So well, because we have these props that elevate our production value, we were thinking about maybe doing a serious idea.
Uh-huh. Oh, today we're gonna do a serious idea.
Yeah, something that'll be either stimulating the mind, the heart, maybe even the loins,
Maybe you're calling.
maybe your bowels. Yeah.
When's the last time you shit your pants? Tuesday night.
Last
This
night.
morning.
This morning on my way here. No, it's been a little while. A couple years ago, and not shit my pants.
Yeah.
like a shart,
yeah.
just a little shart. I was
Next time you do it, I recommend just letting the full load out
you might as well.
down your pants.
You might-
Yeah, like
you
don't
might
hold
as
it
well.
in after
Well,
a certain point. Just let it go.
While you're there,
You know.
yeah.
Be a child again.
This is what kids get to do all the time up until they're 8 or 9 or 10 years old. They get to shit their pants. I saw the most amazing musical the other night.
Really?
Yep.
What was it?
Oh, Mary.
No, and Oh Mary is actually not a musical.
It's not?
People think it's a musical, but it's not.
Because it's on Broadway. You think everything's a musical.
Michael Jackson.
No.
Sunset Boulevard.
I did see that, and that was amazing, but that was a little while ago.
A
no,
movie?
No, it was a musical starring Adele Dazeem, Redwood,
Oh.
and
I've never heard of this.
it's closing this week,
Oh,
so
no.
you have to go see it,
It's
listeners.
closing because it's really good.
It's closing because it's really good, listeners. If you're listening, you have to go by Sunday. You have to go by Sunday. It's Adele Dazeem. She's a lesbian woman.
Uh-huh.
She's in a lesbian marriage, and her son, her diverse son, who's really into hip hop,
Yeah.
he dies. Oh. No. And then she goes to the redwood forest, and she learns how to climb the trees.
From the elves?
Well, from kind of, yeah, from a guy who studies at Berkeley. And
Is he short?
no, but
Jewish?
probably.
No.
A short elf.
It's
I'm Jewish. Follow me.
Shut up, elf.
Follow me.
there's a white guy
I'm a doctoral
and
student.
there's a black woman, and they teach her how to climb the trees, and she sings. She sings in the trees.
And they're not real. She finds out at the end that
Someone financed that.
I think it was Adele Dazeem herself,
did she write and direct it?
and produced it. Yeah.
Who's Adele
Wow.
Dazeem?
The wickedly talented Adele Dazeem.
What? Yeah.
Every listener knows what I'm talking about right now.
It's hard to tell with our
Most of our
audience.
listeners are in China, so
Yeah.
can you just explain that again, but in Mandarin?
Well, well, she's the wickedly talented Adele Dazeem. She's the original Elphaba from Wicked.
Okay.
She's wickedly talented. She's Adam Sandler's wife in Uncut Gems. You remember her?
Oh, true.
Yeah.
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 The no nonsense wife.
Yeah.
No nonsense.
She just hates him. That's maybe my favorite character in the whole movie. She's fucking
great.
hates him.
She's great.
She's funny.
Reminds me of my wife.
Do you have a wife who hates you, Greg?
She's like, oh, you're watching African tennis at 2 a.m. Why? It's a really important game.
Just no patience whatsoever.
She doesn't like all the bits, and when I bring home this fart bag, she's gonna be
It's over. It's,
pissed off. I'm like, you gotta lick your palm. Lick it.
She like throws it.
Yeah.
She throws you through the window.
Yeah. When she's like, I wanna talk about our trip to the Bahamas and like how are we gonna like work that. God damn it! Stop with the fart bag. Okay, so you recommend?
Yes, everybody has to see it before Sunday, before it closes.
Okay.
Unless we can save it. We could save it.
We listeners,
Listeners, we could save
we can
the
save
musical.
the Redwoods.
We are fundraisers.
Yeah,
So
we could save it.
How late were you out last night?
Only like 2. Not so bad.
That's not bad.
what was the occasion?
I'm not at liberty to say.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Sounds cool.
It's cool to be secretive.
Yep. Especially on a on a podcast.
Yeah. Where we're here to share.
Where we're here
and-
to share. I love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just how was your day,
Did
Greg?
you get laid?
Did I get laid? No.
Did you try?
No.
Bullshit.
I didn't try. No, I didn't try that kind of thing. My wife was out of town, so I went home, and that's what I did.
When the wife is away, the fart bag will play.
Does the fedora do well in the gay stratosphere?
Yes.
It does.
Yeah.
It plays.
Yeah. Yep.
I
Gets
feel
me
like
mad
it gets you like
ass.
negged. Like
Right.
it's you're like a neg magnet where
Yeah.
guys like come up to you and be like, "What are you
What's
wearing?"
that all about? Are you on Broadway? No, but I
I
did
am.
see a musical.
I'm the understudy of Adele Dazeem's son on Redwood.
And you lower your voice a couple octaves.
Oh, did you go to the show yesterday?
No, this was 2 nights ago. I went to Redwood
Are
starring
there-
Adele Dazeem.
Are there any other famous people in it?
No. Well, I didn't recognize him. There was an old man. He was amazing.
And there's one big tree
There is a big tree.
right
Yes.
on stage, and it's
Yes.
so big that it goes off of the stage.
Yes, it goes all the way up, and they grapple all the way up. And when they're singing their songs, they're like pushing off the tree
Wow.
and singing.
So there's a
at the
little bit
same
of Cirque
time.
du Soleil.
A bit, yeah.
That's
I'm
very
impressed.
cool. Yeah. It's a little Spider-Man.
It's kind of Spider-Man.
Turn off the dark.
Oh, I saw that musical too.
You saw it when it was happening? Mm-hmm. That's pretty cool. Was it awesome? Mm-hmm. Spider-Man.
What happened there? Someone died?
Somebody got their arm ripped off or something like that, or their leg ripped off,
Because like a piece of like grip fell off the thing, or
something like that, or when they were flying around.
Yeah,
you
they were
know.
just flinging them back and forth.
It was crazy.
Was it really?
It was really
yeah, it looked like,
crazy.
I mean, they were just like swinging a gentleman
Yeah,
all around, like over the audience.
and yeah, no, one of them had a really severe accident.
That's crazy.
I think just during rehearsals, not during like a live show.
Which,
That'd be crazy if you were seeing a show and
well, actually, I remember when I was in like 4th or 5th grade, everybody's parents were really excited because David Bowie was coming to Miami for like the first time that he had toured there in like 15 years or something. It was like a big deal show for everybody's like parents who were going to see David Bowie. And like, I don't know, fucking before the show even started, you know, like they might have been playing some like of the just get you in the mood music. The people who were paying attention to the stage just saw something like just fall, and it was a guy who fell off the lighting rig.
Oh no.
And died.
Oh no.
And I remember the next day. It's like South Park. You know, everybody's like comes back into school, and everybody's like, "So did your parents see it?" Like, yeah, my dad was close to the stage, and he saw like a pool of blood, just like, and of course, nobody actually saw it, but like, yeah, no. My dad, so they saw just like some flash, and it was a guy who died.
And then the show went on.
Yo.
And the show went on because it has to go on.
Yeah, they didn't even clean him up.
That's like when 9/11 happened. Kind of.
Which show went on?
Show, yeah.
Well,
Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark. They were doing the Spider-Man musical, yeah. No, I just remember kids the next day being like, "Did you hear what happened?" It's like, well, yeah. Yeah, I heard what happened. That was crazy.
Yo,
It's a pool of blood.
There was a pool of blood.
there was, oh man, my dad was really close because my dad got front row seats, and he saw
9/11?
There was just like a guy, and he was on the stage, and he was like twitching,
That is crazy.
And then they dragged him off, and the show started on time.
and the show started.
They were like, "Stop it! Stop!"
That they
Stop
actually
twitching.
they just choked him out on the side of the stage. Like,
Yeah.
It's a mercy,
Well, yeah,
mercy
he
kill.
was still
put a
alive,
pillow over
but
his
the show
face.
needed to go
Yeah.
on, so David
Yeah.
Bowie took his scarf off and just strength.
You know, like when you see a dying bird on the sidewalk. Yeah. You guys hear that when you die you shit yourself? You ever hear
Yeah,
that?
Yeah.
you evacuate your bowels,
You evacuate your bowels, yeah.
which is kind of cool.
That is kind of cool.
I always thought about like a guy who like, you know, knows he's gonna die, like an artist. And this is an old free movie idea, but there's an artist who knows that he's gonna die, and he knows that when you die, you evacuate your bowels. So for his final piece, he eats a bunch of different things that aren't really necessarily edible or that will pass through his digestive system
Chipotle burrito.
in various ways. Yeah, he adds
Yeah.
a Chipotle. The Chipotle burrito is like the catalyst.
Yeah. A little
You know,
fire
he has
engine.
like
Yeah.
a little fire engine, some tacks, you know. And so when he does expire, he evacuates his bowels, and it's his final piece. It's a masterpiece.
And it's full of Chipotle burrito and
corn.
corn.
Mango, little some.
It's a used condom.
A used condom.
Yeah, no, it's really you do whatever. What would you put in your sculpture? Needs to be, you know, consider this is your last final work of art.
Okay, and this is he's doing stuff that you can't necessarily digest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think every letter on a keyboard individually
Oh,
Yeah.
would be good.
See if they like spell out a message.
Actually, an entire computer if you broke it down,
Yeah,
piece by
computer.
piece, all the nuts and bolts and the motherboard and shit, and all the little fucking doodads. Just unclip them, go down, and then reassemble the computer.
inside your body.
That's
And you
Or-
become a human computer. Yeah.
Like a 25-foot extension cable, where you're just swallowing, and then you have like the plug, you know,
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
female side out of your mouth, and you
Oh,
clench down on
cool.
it, and then the rest of it comes out, and then they plug you in, and
You're like a human computer in a way.
no, they just plug it into a light bulb.
That's cool. Or like you have it's a big light bulb in the middle of an extension cord, so like, you know, when they plug you in, like lights up your belly.
And he's like, it was worth it.
I like just a bunch of coins.
Coins.
It's the
All
last-
coins that you bought on QVC at 4 a.m. They're like commemorative
rare
9/11
commemorative
coins.
Gold, nickel, silver.
The Twin Towers pops up.
Some buffalo nickels and rare, you know, misprinted pennies.
Sacagaweas.
Sacagaweas. Yeah, and like have as much of them as possible so that when
What happened to those?
you could use as much as possible, and then you could shake your belly. And
You
it
shake your
makes,
ding, ding, ding.
yeah.
Oh, and you play that. You do a recording of that and play that in the gallery.
You have a
On
belly
Christmas.
full of change. You walk by a homeless guy and he's like, "Let me get a coin."
I
Like,
don't
I'm
have
sorry,
any.
buddy. I only have credit cards.
I can hear you. You're full of change. You're shaking around. You're like, excuse me.
Can you
one-
spare anything?
Here you go.
At the bodega.
You pooted out a coin.
Yeah,
is what
he's
you
like,
just
"Ah,
did,
shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Trying to buy a pack of
And
smokes.
it's covered in shit.
Sorry.
Sorry. What am I
Sorry,
supposed
you
to
just
do
blow
about
on
that?
it like. Sorry.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to find where my keys so I can add to the sound effects of this gag.
You guys ever eat coins before?
Never.
You ever sit around
Definitely
and eat coins?
sucked on a coin.
Oh, sure. Ooh, that's so
I've sucked on so
nasty.
many things.
I almost died when I was a kid.
From sucking on a coin?
Sucking on marbles.
Oh, that'll...
I was doing this fun
That's
game
fun.
where like you're lying.
Where you're
on-
sucking on marbles.
lying on my back, spitting a marble into the air, and then catching it in my mouth. and
Oh, that's
spitting
a
marble
dangerous
into the air,
game.
and then at one point, it like
Like,
caught it in my mouth and like hit the back of my throat, and I like, managed to like shoot it out again. But there was a moment where I was like, "Wow,
you thought you were dying.
This is how I'm gonna go.
this is how I
You're like, and it's
die."
worth it. It's the best game ever.
My mom is gonna come in and just be like, "You fucking playing with marbles again?"
Yeah.
I'm like blue.
Oh, darn, he died from playing the marble game. Oh, jeez.
We shouldn't have showed him this.
That's, there is that movie. What is it called? Swallow? Have you seen Swallow? That's exactly what you
Which
think it
version?
is. It's the lady who looks like Jennifer Lawrence, and she just like eats marbles. That's the movie. But then it gets worse. Like she eats like thumbtacks.
Oh, she's got like pica.
It's like an eating disorder, like obsession.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where you eat different. That's sad.
That's how Oprah made like her fucking name, bringing people like that on the show.
From eating thumbtacks.
Yeah, she's like, now tell
Oprah
us
was
about. She's
eating
like, I
thumbtacks.
also drink bleach.
Yeah.
It's like, you drink bleach? She's like, I love it. Tell the audience what else you drink.
Oh yeah, no. And when
Pneumonia.
they're like, I have a deathly fear of pickles,
Oh my god.
and we're all supposed to buy that.
Who was that guy?
Olives, Maury.
Maury.
He's like, bring out the olives.
And they're like, no.
That was just like peak skipping school, pretending to be sick, and it's like sick. I have 8 hours of Maury.
Wow.
What if
Bring out the olives.
movie idea? What if it's somebody goes on Maury or something like that? They have olive fear and they bring out the olives, but it comes true. The olive monster
Kills everyone in the audience.
Kills everyone in the audience.
Just like a
He
little hand with
unleashes-
a pistol comes out.
and my dream is coming true.
No.
But then this guy actually, he learns to love the olive monster, and
Oh, so it becomes a romance?
well,
But
also
is
he
it
kinda-
really? Because then he fries the olive monster at the end, Terminator style. and
He
everybody's
ultimately-
delicious.
No, he starts to drink the olives.
You ever have
in
fried
the-
olives?
And martinis.
in a martini? Yeah,
Hell yeah.
that was sick.
Hell yeah. Did you shit yourself?
That was a fart bag.
That was the fart bag. Yeah,
This is a perfect office to shit yourself because I have a bidet here.
a
Clean
bidet.
that right
bidet.
up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not
and
everybody has
also-
a bidet.
Doubles as a drinking fountain if you want just like a little hydration.
And it comes from the
Speaking
same
of
source.
swallowing.
And
It was warm, right? When I use the bidet here,
No.
no,
It's room temp.
ice cold.
It is, yeah, it's room temp.
That's cool.
It's ice cold.
All right, so thinking about like I just looked up tragedy.
Tragedy.
In the,
'Cause we wanna do something
archive
serious.
of free movie ideas. Yeah,
and you saw Olive Monster.
Olive Monster. It's
Yeah.
called Olive You.
Oh,
Olive
yes.
Me. A romantic drama about a person who can't get past a certain important point in a relationship, traveling together, because at heart they're still in shock over a freak tragedy they experienced firsthand while on vacation
Okay,
with what could have been the perfect romantic moment.
they were on a romantic.
They're on a
thing,
romantic
and then
getaway.
They saw a freak
They
accident,
saw a freak accident.
and it ruined both their lives.
Yeah. Well, no, it probably eliminated the other person, and now this person is trying to date again. And they're like, honey, let's go away. And they're like,
The last time I did that,
What's that?
Something bad happened.
What's that one with the avalanche? Is that what it's
Force
called?
majeure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
But then that's what's interesting about this movie is nobody dies, but it's you don't see your partner in the same way because they ran away when it got real.
You know, one of the things that pisses me off about that movie is that it stole the setup from 28 Weeks Later.
28 Weeks Later, the start of that movie is sick as hell. That is a cool
28 weeks
opening
later,
sequence.
right? It does take the whole beginning, which
And
is
that's
just
quite-
like, you know,
quite tragic.
the zombies attack, and then a dad is like, oh
He
my God, my
abandons
wife
his
and kids. See ya. See ya.
That's. Would you do that? Would you abandon your wife and kids?
You can
Yes.
get another one.
Yes.
Get
There's
more.
always another wife.
There's another wife.
There's always another
Make
kid.
some more kids.
That's the you see opportunity. You're
And
like,
they
here's my
had-
chance.
You have to.
get out of this shit.
And
You
they
know,
had
in a world
they
of-
had their chance.
In this world of sin,
Yeah, and they didn't take it.
they didn't take it.
Do you throw your wife into the
Yeah.
Into
tragedy?
the zombie
Yeah.
wood chipper.
Yeah, because you
trip
need
her, trip the kids, throw the kids, and then run?
because you need to distract the zombies. Zombies are a bunch of fucking idiots. That's the whole
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Take them
they
a
gotta-
couple chews before they're like, oh, this is wife?
I didn't ask for a wife.
I didn't ask for wife. I wanted the guy. I wanted father.
I like the tough meat. Yeah. That's interesting.
I'm just looking up now. I'm looking up drama, tragedy. There was another one about like after a family tragedy, a millennial leftist ends up becoming a landlord and owning a building.
Okay, family tragedy, a
I think you
millennial.
like that one.
This sounds like to me. This sounds like a nightmare.
She becomes a slumlord.
Yeah,
This-
let's talk about this. Why don't we
this-
talk about this?
Yeah. Well, no, that speaks to me as well. Yeah.
That speaks to you.
Yeah,
That Speaks to
absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
I'm sure all the leftists
right.
that listen.
I'm a
that-
millennial leftist.
yeah, we all are.
We all are
This is a millennial leftist podcast.
millennial leftists, but not. You know, I'm like we're woke left, not like left.
No, far.
No, we're woke.
left.
Far-
Woke left.
We're
Far left?
we're very woke left.
So,
If you guys are far left, I'm far left too.
where does she end
We're
up?
further left.
Does she end up like super far right,
All right, so let's find out.
dealing with like these people that she thought were so wonderful,
These people.
whoever they are, you know, Indian guys.
She,
It's just her whole building is Indian guys.
where
They're
Indian.
making street food and shit in the hallways. and she's like, I can't take it anymore.
damn it! I thought I was a
They're
leftist.
just cooking chestnuts,
She's like,
roasting chestnuts in the sink. No.
Hamim, stop trying to sell me food in the hallway. I'm your landlord, and you haven't
Please.
paid rent.
We do not have permits for this. Because you got to start out trying to be really cool. So,
Of
okay.
course.
Oh yeah, and accepting, and you know,
Yeah.
her family comes over, and they're like, "This is awful." She's like, "It's not awful. It's diversity."
February 28th, 2021 at 8:31 p.m.
Yeah.
A 20-something leftist comes out on the other side of a major family tragedy, owning an apartment building, and must suddenly contend with being a landlord.
Okay. Yeah.
What's the tragedy?
Great question. Great place to start.
Both of her parents die.
Falling through a manhole cover.
Is it this? Can we up the stakes? Can it be everybody? Like, you know, she just so happened. There's like, they're doing a baby.
So it's like Midsommar, but instead of she goes to Sweden, she becomes a landlord.
Yeah, it's perfect. But also instead of suicide, it's like they're doing a I don't know, they're celebrating a baby shower, right? And there's a new baby on the way, and the entire family is upstairs, and they're at this the family house, which is old, you know, it was built in like 1910s, and she goes downstairs to like light the candles or something like that,
And it gets hit
she
by like a
hears-
Hamas rocket. But they're in New Jersey.
Hamas attacks her Israeli family.
Yeah.
Yeah, do we want to tackle this issue?
These are just the facts, you know.
No! Why?
We could get one of the Haim sisters, Alana Haim. We could get her to play the millennial
She's
mother.
perfect. She's the star of this movie.
She's a new movie star. Yeah, she's a
Tragedy strikes with a missile.
a perfectly calibrated missile.
Or maybe it's a wedding.
Hamas.
Maybe it's a drone strike at a wedding.
Drone strike at a wedding.
At a white wedding in New Jersey.
Yeah.
From Hamas.
No, maybe they're in Morocco and they're at a wedding. You know,
They're at a destination wedding in Morocco.
yeah, and like there's a mistake.
They're a Brooklyn Israeli family, and they get drone strikes in
Family
Morocco.
gets drone striked in Morocco.
And she couldn't go because there's family drama. So you get like a little family gossip little thing. She's like, I'm not going. She's like,
She
Carl.
gets stopped at the airport with a little bit of weed,
Yeah, yeah.
or like the wrong pills. You know what I mean? She has Adderall, and she doesn't. You know, she just threw them into a
Karen's
bottle.
She has Adderall and female gooning pills, and like
Female gooning pills. It does the
female blue
opposite.
chew.
Female gooning pills. These are female gooning.
It just
Yeah,
actually
female
lets you have an
gooning pills.
orgasm. You
Yeah.
have to take a pill to have an orgasm. No, but it does the opposite.
She's stopped at customs.
Yeah, she
Sent
Karen's out
away.
with TSA. She's like, this is bullshit. Like a little
Do you know who
lefty
my
millennial
father
would.
is?
Yeah.
You fucking pigs! You fucking pigs!
You actually get a little insight into her transfer over from left to right because like she is like this super lefty millennial, but then when she gets
faces
like
a bit of injustice,
when she faces a little bit of bullshit with TSA, like her Karen-ness comes out. And
Yeah,
like,
but
Yeah.
it's like
But a little
leftist.
bit.
It's like woke. You know what I mean? She's just like, I know this is just your job,
Yeah.
but you're pigs.
yeah.
I
Respect you and what you do.
I have a prescription, and this prescription is very important.
Society produced you, and I will end you.
The TSA agents are like snickering because they like look up what the pills are and they act legitimately
They
are
see
female
it's
gooning
a
pills.
female gooning pill.
It's just like an Instagram ad that pops up. It's the only place you can buy them.
Yeah, the name of the company is Female Gooning Pills.
She can't stop farting.
That's
the
one of the
waiting
side.
room.
That's one of the side effects.
One of the side effects is uncontrollable gas.
So they take her, so they do let her
Yeah.
through security, but she gets on the plane and someone complains.
But she only started taking the pills because her partner was disappointed that she couldn't.
Jesse Eisenberg.
Jesse Eisenberg was upset that she wasn't climaxing during intimate moments together.
And so Jesse Eisenberg is with her family in Morocco.
So he's with
and
them.
He's
But the TSA thing's a misdirect because she actually does get on the flight.
Yeah.
And then something happens on the plane
Right. She's farting and she's
They have to redirect because she's farting so much.
because they think she's sick.
they think she's sick.
They think she's
yeah.
sick, so they quarantine her
They've
in the
done
back.
this. Yeah.
And then she has to go through the quarantine process at the airport in Morocco, and she misses the wedding
She misses the wedding.
because she's being tested and shit. And
Yep.
And her family gets drone strikes.
And her family gets drone striked.
And Jesse Eisenberg.
And
her
Jesse
lover.
Eisenberg, who is,
Yeah.
it's sort of a misdirect there too because he started to hit on the other Haim sisters.
Right, yeah.
It's the same thing.
Danielle Haim was on the flight.
Danielle Haim was at the wedding.
She was at the wedding, yeah.
And just as soon as he's just like, oh, so you sing too?
one of the dead bodies there, just like
That was everyone evacuating their bowels when they died from the drone strike.
as the camera just like pans over all the death and destruction, you just hear one little like.
So this
It's
isn't funny.
basically
This
mafia.
isn't funny, by the way. This is
This
actually
is a
really
tragedy,
serious.
yeah.
This is a tragedy.
Got really
Yeah.
sad music
Yeah.
playing.
So
Yeah.
it's her entire fucking
Entire family,
dies,
extended family,
and her lover.
everybody, her lover, her dog, who came with she needed an emotional support animal. Her gooning problem has made her shaky. It's
No, her
gooning
dog
dog.
survives. Her dog is with her on the plane because the dog is like a slight indicator of the people renting this apartment. He's like barking, like, I don't like this guy.
Oh, so she's woke,
She's like,
but
Jackson,
she's got a racist
stop it.
dog.
Stop it, Jackson. Yeah.
And this happens all the time when you have a racist dog. Yeah. And it's especially embarrassing when you're woke.
Yeah, that's terrible. Like,
No, tell me
Yep.
about it.
it's the dog.
As a leftist guy with a racist dog.
Yeah, my dog is from Nashville. He's a huge Trump supporter.
he grew up like that, you know?
I come home, he's watching Fox.
Product of a society.
Mine's from Louisiana, and he doesn't like men. That's his thing. He likes
Yeah.
women.
Oh,
That's-
so you have
that's
a
what you tell
sexist
him.
dog.
I have a sexist dog. Yeah.
Same thing, basically. It's violence.
He
It's
doesn't like
prejudice.
men, but particularly black men.
Well,
You're like, no, it's just men. It's just men.
It's just
Oh, it's
regular
all
men.
it's all men.
And so, what about this guy?
That's a nice way to spin
Well, what
it.
about this?
And it's like, you know, the Jewish guy.
Yeah, he's
the
like-
dog's like,
So the dog lives. She takes her support gooning dog to the quarantine with her.
yep. And when she gets out of quarantine, what could be worse than missing the wedding?
Right. You
Your
see
whole
her
family
reaction.
is dead.
And then
the wedding.
the next scene is her back in the States with the lawyer.
Yeah.
And he's like, okay, so
So
you can spend 30 million.
you've got 10 cars.
You have 10 days to spend 30 million, or you can go for the 120 million. If you spend 15 million, you can get. Have you seen that movie?
No.
Brewster's Millions with.
Oh, I've never seen Brewster's Millions.
It's one of the best.
That's
who's
Dan
that?
Aykroyd.
No, it's what's his name from the toy?
Tom Hanks,
No,
Colin Hanks.
Robin Williams.
no, black. Richard Pryor. It's Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
It's Richard Pryor and dude from Cool Runnings. Chevy Chase, not Chevy Chase.
Oh
Uncle
yeah,
Buck.
not
John Candy. It's a great movie.
You know who
sounds
evacuated
great.
his
Two good
bowels when he
actors.
died?
John Candy.
Johnny. R.I.P. The whole extension cord came out. You're like, what?
Like 6 cheese
What the
pizzas.
hell is that?
The hell's that?
He reconstituted the fucking stove that he ate.
The whole
with his
Viking
mouth.
stove. Okay, so the lawyer is
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. Listen, you have an opportunity here.
I got a great
Take the building.
for you.
Take the
building's worth a good amount of money.
You know, this
Two mice.
You sell the building, and she's like, "But what would happen to the people there?" He's like,
Right.
"Well, who cares? It's,
Yeah.
You get the money."
Yeah, he's like, it's in the Bronx.
Yeah.
Deep Bronx.
Deep Bronx. And she, you know, and he's like, well, I guess then you could be a landlord. And she's like, you mean, and I can turn these people's lives around? He's like, I'm not sure they need to be turned
She would
around.
she would
but
put up more of a fight. She would fight. You know, she would be like, I'm not no fucking landlord.
I'm not no fucking landlord.
You
I guess you could be a
fucking lawyer.
landlord. So I should turn their lives around? Like, that's like, it's like,
So I should turn their
no,
lives
I
around?
didn't
You're
say
saying I
that.
could make a difference?
Yeah.
I could help them.
That is her first, like,
Well,
motivation
she leaves
is
the meeting, and she's like, "No way could I ever be a landlord." And then she you know,
thinks about
gets
it.
on the phone with her friend. Her friend played by
Gal Gadot.
Beanie Feldstein Gal Gadot.
Beanie
yeah,
Feldstein, Alana Glazer.
yeah, and she goons for about 3 days straight.
She goons, sadness.
Yeah,
out of
out of
sadness.
sad
'cause,
gooning.
you know,
Well, she visits
she's
the property.
grieving.
Yeah.
He's like, I recommend you go visit the property. And she goes to visit it. And then she decides, okay, I can help these people. I can make a difference.
Look at how they live.
Yeah. And they're
In
like
a
perfectly
building-
happy.
Yeah,
They're
they've been
perfectly happy.
there.
Like, we don't need you, lady.
Nope. In
She's
fact,
like,
it was
"I can
great.
save
Their
them."
family didn't give a fuck about the whole building.
Yeah.
So these people who basically have the building now have just taken care of it themselves. She's like, wow, look at, you painted this? You painted this mural? That is amazing.
You knew how to do that?
You got internet for this whole, there's electricity here?
You were so capable.
You're so resourceful.
And articulate.
Wow. This is, oh my God. Do people, do you think the New York Times would like to hear about this?
I have because my girlfriend is a journalist at the New York Times. I think she would
She would
love
love a story
about this.
like this.
Yeah.
The community coming together, and me, your new landlord.
She would, but again, she would avoid the term landlord.
Oh
Yeah.
She should start a romance with kind of
the super.
this. I was gonna say, you know, like a neighborhood
The super's played by
Guy.
Cheech and Chong.
Yeah.
the Cheech and Chong.
But
is
they're
the
like
super.
Bert and Ernie. It's like, are they or aren't they?
Oh
Are
yeah,
they both still alive?
They live together.
They're
yeah.
best friends for 40 years, roommates.
They're still alive, both of
Yeah.
them.
Yep.
They just dropped a new movie, I think.
Just dropped a deuce.
They just dropped a deuce.
So so it can turn into a weed drama. they're smoking weed.
Yeah, there's
And
two.
it's a drama, and she falls in love with them.
She comes into their apartment.
Don't call me a landlord. So what do they call her?
I don't really smoke weed, but that's cool if you do it. You know, if you want to do that, that's cool, but I don't really do it.
What
Yeah.
does she insist that they call her? That's not a landlord.
Yeah, there's a moment where she's like,
Property manager.
She's like, call me master.
No, just,
Property
just call
master.
it like I'm your friend.
the term landlord is so loaded. I would rather you think of me as your friend lord.
Yeah, she's your friend.
Land
Lord.
friend.
Yeah.
I don't care for the term lord.
Land buddy.
Yeah.
I'm your land
Your-
person.
Your
I'm your landed.
property contact.
I'm your landed. Friend.
friend. And this is Alana Haim.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so great.
This is great.
She visits the apartment. She decides, I can help these people. I can change some lives. I can do good.
I can do good with the community.
Yeah.
If I just get involved with the community, and if we spruce this place up a little bit.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, like it's a, you know, imagine like they did this mural, but imagine if we got a real artist to come in and paint this same mural, but better.
She ends up gentrifying the entire little neighborhood. Like there's a Starbucks that goes in because like she actually does make a difference, but not in the way that she necessarily, actually she thinks she's doing the right thing. She's like, guys, there's this Starbucks moving in across the street. Aren't we happy? Because she holds these like building meetings.
If she's well, okay. Here's the thing.
Yeah.
If she's a real leftist, she would know better.
Okay, true.
She knows better than Starbucks moving in. She knows better than you know. She.
So maybe she's the only one that's upset about it, and everyone else in the building's like,
Oh,
that
cool.
sounds
Starbucks.
great.
whatever. Yeah.
like, hell yeah.
She's like, this is an injustice. I need to get
This is an
signatures.
injustice.
Yo, I love Cold Stone.
Yeah.
No.
Do you love Cold Stone? That's because look at what they've been feeding you.
Yeah.
Look at what you've
Glyphosate.
learned to eat for your whole life.
So-
It's your diet.
it's your diet.
It's your fucked up diet.
It's your you're addicted to
Her
white
tenants.
You're
sugar,
addicted to the sugar.
to
You should.
processed foods.
I can give you a meal plan.
And so the moment that the
I can
Cold
give you a meal
Stone-
plan.
the moment that the Cold Stone
Organic
opens
heritage
up-
chicken breast.
yeah, she gets the Cold Stone thrown out for a cultured cream.
Uh-huh.
for
Cultured cream.
for a terrible
Sign me up.
sour yogurt place with
Loves.
probiotics.
Yeah.
That makes everybody in the building sick.
And fart.
So who are her tenants? I think that it like runs the gamut of like there's like
Different kinds of people.
yes.
Yeah.
Who's
We've got Bert and Ernie
There's
in the
there's
basement.
like a
I'm blanking on
immigrant
the-
family of like 30 that live in one apartment.
Yeah. Yeah. The dude from White Chicks, the big, what's his name?
Terry Crews.
Terry Crews.
Oh,
Wait,
Terry
did he
Crews.
No, Terry Crews is alive.
die? Oh, I keep thinking everybody died.
No, you're thinking of the dude from the Green Mile.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Terry Crews.
Terry Crews, yeah. And Terry Crews is
Wesley Snipes.
Wesley
I like Terry
Snipes.
Crews as being like like an old queen.
Haven't
for
played
sure.
gay.
Like a Paris is Burning era queen
Love that.
who, you know, because of their status has been on steroids, and because of their steroids they've gotten incredibly swole. And does
Are you gonna try to make him wear a dress?
if he wants.
Do you
If
know
you
about
want.
this?
Oh yeah, that's what he.
This is like a thing.
Isn't that what he like sued his agents for or something?
This is like a Cat Williams like conspiracy theory on like black actors that they always try to make them wear a dress. And if you wear the dress, then you've been like indoctrinated into their
ritually
like
humiliated.
yeah,
by,
you've been like allowed
Jewish
into
Hollywood
the
producers.
Illuminati, basically.
Yeah.
I love Cat Williams giving a homophobic conspiracy theory.
Well,
You of all people.
He should be a tenant too.
we should have Cat Williams.
Yeah.
But who's our Indian family?
It's like a militant fucking.
When you put on the dress, that's when they got you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got both. We've got both Cat Williams, who is like a conspiracy, Nation of Islam.
Oh yeah.
Rosie Perez is there.
Rosie Perez is his wife,
Sure.
who
I feel like she's on
is
her
a
own.
nurse.
She's just, well, yeah.
And we need a very poor white family that lives there as well.
Blake
And-
Lively.
No, it's Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson. Yeah.
Yeah.
And his family.
And the lady who was the star of the new season of You. That's his wife.
Who's that?
Madeline Brewster.
Madeline Brewster, and
Yeah.
yeah,
That's great. It's
Is
great pairing.
maybe his
Yeah.
wife, maybe his daughter.
Maybe
Oh,
as well.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
sort of unclear,
Yeah.
and it's unclear if they're even related or if he like kidnapped her as a child.
Maybe a bit of both.
He's really bad. The Woody Harrelson character is
He could be a villain of sorts.
Yeah.
Yeah. The villain has to be white.
Of
course.
course.
It has to be a white villain.
probably a white man.
Yeah. And she's, I mean, our heroine is,
Well,
She's-
Isn't she the villain?
she's a bit
also
of a villain herself. Yeah.
Hamas.
She's, well, Hamas
Oh,
is,
do we have like a little
there's the
apartment
looming,
that's like
there's the looming
Hamas
threat
guys?
of Hamas. Yes. and
That has
we
just, like
also-
tons of like
we have
ISIS
a-
flags in
Oh
there.
my God!
She's
she
like, "What's going on there?" Like,
she
don't.
completely mistakes
And-
the Hindu guy for me.
And they know. They were like, we were supposed to wipe out your whole family, and we see that you are still alive, so they're still targeting her.
Oh wow! Yeah.
They're still killing
like a
her.
She's
blood
fighting
oath.
multiple battles.
Yeah.
to both save her building,
Yeah.
and save herself.
And she has a buyer that's also like being very aggressive and wants the building and is
Yep.
doing certain things to try to make that
But if
transaction
they
happen.
sell the building, then that's the
And
end
that's also
for
the scary
everybody
white
that
man,
lives
too.
there. Yeah. Played by you got to make it. I think you got to like that's like Kumail Nanjiani is like the realtor who wants to.
He wants to buy it
He wants to buy the building
and turn it into
and turn it into
just like one of those kind of
the headquarters for Cold Stone Creamery.
Yeah.
that's a big
No, and he's working with some of the tenants to sabotage.
90-story
90-story Cold Stone
Creamery
headquarters.
headquarters
Each floor is a different mix-in
is a different flavor.
for the, for the different mix-in technology.
Yeah, and he starts working with some of the tenants directly behind her back to sabotage the building. Mm-hmm. Light little fires.
Yep.
And turning them against her.
Turning them
Yeah.
against her.
Yeah.
He's like feeding propaganda to the Cat Williams
It's
character.
kind of like Zohan.
Zohan, the Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
I never saw that movie.
They,
Oh,
they-
I
Is
saw
it
it in
good?
theaters multiple times.
Should I check it out? Multiple times.
Yeah, it's great.
You guys see that Ma is coming back to theaters for one night only,
What's this?
starring Octavia Spencer.
Maha?
Ma,
Ma.
don't make me drink alone. You know Ma. Don't make me drink alone. You gotta watch this movie as soon as you get off of work. You gotta watch Ma, starring Octavia Spencer.
M.A.?
M.A. Ma. It's a good movie.
Can Octavia Spencer be in this movie?
I hope so. I love her.
She can be in our. So what is she in our movie?
Which one is he?
She's Ma.
She's
Ma had to relocate. She survived the fire at the end. Spoiler, sorry.
survived the fire at the end.
yeah.
She relocates to the
She
Bronx.
relocates to the Bronx.
She's
Starts a
hiding
new
out in
life.
this
She's
building.
hiding out. Yeah. She's still hanging out with teenagers in her building.
So we need like an early like first problem that like now she owns the building.
Really, first problem is the Hamas attack.
No, I mean like now that she owns the building.
Yeah.
Now that she's like, and does she well, the first things first is like she doesn't just want to own the building. She feels like she needs to live in the building. The only problem is all of the units are occupied. So first things first,
She.
she needs to kick out the white family.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
knocks on Woody's door,
knocks on Woody's door.
and nobody's paid rent. They're all delinquent. And
But
she's
that's
like,
okay. She's like, that's fine. That's
Yeah.
fine.
I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that."
Hundreds of units.
No,
have
she's
not-
very
have not
nice
paid
to
rent.
everybody except
Yeah.
for Woody's
white
family.
family.
Woody's.
I mean, what are you doing here?
What are you really doing here?
I mean, like, I feel like there's another place where you'd be more comfortable.
And don't you feel bad taking up the space?
Yes.
This could go to somebody else.
Somebody in need.
That's her pitch.
Yeah.
That's taking up the space.
And Woody's like,
Door slams in her face. She's like, stamps her foot,
that's the first moment when she becomes.
and she starts
landlord.
a little. Well, I am going to do something about this uppity white family that are just taking up space. I need this space because I'm going to make a difference. And so, how does she begin to, her plan?
She digs into their personal life.
Oh,
Private eye.
Private eye. Yeah.
She starts finding out terrible
Who plays the private eye?
personal details. Aquafina.
That's great. That's perfect.
Yeah. And they have a little bit of an affair as well.
Oh, there's like Aquafina
She's bisexual.
is
She's a
into
gay
her.
private eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they have a quick affair.
So I obviously can't do an impression of Aquafina, but
Of
I
course
will talk about what she says, which
Yeah.
is you are not going to believe this family.
No, Aquafina sounds like this.
What is you talking about?
She has a great voice. Nice and low.
What is you talking about?
Oh yeah,
She's super deep voice.
super deep.
You're not gonna believe what this family has been up to.
There it is.
And these are not good people. There's bad whites.
But it's more scratchy.
There's bad whites,
Yeah.
and then there's worse whites. You've got the worst of all. You got to get these whites out before it spreads. It's like a cancer.
It's a family of 18.
Yeah, they got a lot of cousins in
so
there.
it's like one of those things where like Woody actually like kidnapped Madeline Brewster and has been just like he's brainwashed her,
Yeah.
pumping her full of babies.
He is a kidnapper.
Yeah.
He actually is bad.
He did that like I
And they all run an MLM business
found her
together.
at a campsite,
Yeah.
threw her in his van, told her, I'm your dad husband now.
And we're moving to the Bronx.
We're moving to the Bronx.
MLM?
Yeah, that's when it's like a pyramid scheme kind of a thing.
Multi-level marketing.
Multi-level marketing.
Hell yeah. Like this.
Yeah, like this. Like
Shout-
my delicious Celsius drink that I
Sponsored
love
by-
so much.
Sponsored by.
Now do it in Mandarin.
I wish I could. We need to learn Mandarin by our next meeting.
We do
because-
actually. That would be really great.
All the ad reads.
Yeah.
production value is
Shit, sorry, her.
all our ad reads are in perfect Chinese.
Yeah.
My nieces and nephews know Chinese. They could teach me. for
That's
sure.
cool.
Yeah.
Uncle Rick.
Uncle Rick.
Uncle Rick.
Gong.
Yeah.
That's what we also need. Is like we gotta get a whole table full of old school props, slide whistle, and a gong,
Oh, well, you can do. We can get
a kazoo.
I mean, you can get like a keyboard with all these sound effects.
No, you
want
gotta be the real thing.
Yeah,
You want the
we're-
real deal.
we're-
Yeah.
We're in the
Yeah.
actual the traditional folk.
Up next.
Okay.
Traditional Foley arts. On the next episode of Free Movie Ideas, we will be revealing
I have
the
to go
next
soon, boys.
number in John Hamm's phone number
What time
because
is it?
we got you today.
I have to leave in 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We got. I think this movie is really coming together.
Yeah.
I really like this movie.
We just need a really good time. Is it the Land Friend?
The,
The land friend.
Land Friend.
yeah.
The Land Buddy.
The land. The
I
land
like the
friend.
land friend.
Land friend.
The building owner. The
The building owner.
inheritor.
This is a serious movie, so I feel
Yeah.
like building owner. That sounds serious. Like a movie called The Building Owner.
The building owner.
That's a serious movie.
That's a serious movie.
Slumlord.
Yeah.
The
Slumlord is
but it's
too,
Lord. That's the problem. She could
Yeah.
be the slum friend.
slum
buddy.
Slum.
Slum
That
buddy.
sounds more like comedy.
Slum buddy loves me.
I don't like the term owner. I don't own the building. I inherited the building.
Yeah. We
The
bought
dog
a
is just
zoo.
consistently barking at all the tenants.
We bought a zoo. I inherited a building.
Oh, that's what radical. Somebody has to take the dog or kill the dog by accident.
No, the dog gets radicalized by the jihadists living on the third floor.
Yeah.
And, like starts
Starts
wearing
shooting.
like the bandanas and shit, and, like hanging out with those guys.
All of a
with,
sudden, she sees her dog and she's like, "Come here, Frank."
here.
And then he's fuck you.
She makes the dog anti-Semitic. Cat Williams makes
Western scum.
the dog.
It could be. It's a
And they
talking
change his
dog.
name?
Yeah.
they change
to
his
Muhammad
name.
or something.
Yeah.
That's the only name I know. I don't know. What's another?
Yeah. Let's
Jihadist name.
not be racist here.
It's really hard.
On our leftist,
This
podcast.
It's a serious movie.
It's a serious movie.
That's a good title,
serious
too.
Movie.
A serious movie.
Yeah.
A
That's a great
serious
title
landlord.
for this, this podcast episode. Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
It's got legs.
That one is really good.
guys.
Yeah.
I wish we had more time.
Yeah. Well, we could do a part 2 if you want to.
Oh, we can always bring it back.
Yeah.
That was fun.
If the listeners so choose.